A massive win for the two programs here has set up an intriguing Perry County Baseball Championship game. As we are here at West Perry High School, live on the West Perry Athletic Department YouTube channel for the 2025 32nd Annual Perry County Baseball Championship game. As the West Perry Mustangs will be the visiting team here in this one as they take on the Susquenita Blackhawks. Hello everyone watching on the West Perry Athletic Department YouTube channel. My name is Alex Wall, the Golden Pipes of Perry County Baseball. It is a rivalry unlike any other. The West Perry Mustangs and the Susquenita Blackhawks, a rivalry that dates back a long time, even longer than the Perry County Baseball Tournament itself. As West Perry takes on Susquenita once again here for a Perry County Championship. Both these teams had a dominant first game in the semifinals for the first game of the season. West Perry dominated the defending Perry County champions, Newport Buffaloes. Unfortunately, there is some bad news regarding this game. Newport, the defending champions, forgot to bring the trophy over, so there will not be a trophy presentation here. But we are excited nonetheless, as one trophy is going to be won by one of these two teams. Susquenita defeated the Greenwood Wildcats in 6 innings by a score of 11-0, while West Perry had their game go by a lot faster. Only 4 innings needed for the Mustangs to beat the Newport Buffaloes by a score of 15-0, in which was a master game for one of the seniors. That would be Cole Brown. Cole Brown was the starting pitcher, pitched all 4 innings, only gave up 1 walk. It was a 4-inning no-hitter for Cole Brown against Newport, and Cole Brown even had the game-winning hit in the 4th inning to send West Perry Mustangs to the Perry County Championship game here today. While Susquenita had a dominant performance against the Newport Buffaloes, and if you're looking for the Newport Buffaloes against the Greenwood Wildcats, you can find that game in the Constellation game live on Facebook, facebook.com. Look up the Perry County Sports Talk Zone, the Perry County Talk Sports Zone Facebook page for exclusive coverage of the Constellation game between Greenwood and Newport. The Mustangs are looking to win back the Perry County Championship for the 4th time in the last 6 years. Newport won the Perry County Championship last year, and as well as 2021. West Perry won back-to-back in 2022 and 2023, so they're actually looking for the 3rd time in the last 5 years. But Susquenita, they are second on the list with most Perry County championships. West Perry is the top mark with 18 Perry County championships, while Susquenita only has 8. They're looking for their first Perry County championship since 2010. They won it back-to-back years from 2009 and 2010. But nothing ever since, and so we are set and ready to go. We will not be having a national anthem here in this game because we had a national anthem already in the semifinal here in this game. So once these teams are locked and loaded, we'll be ready to go here for a Perry County Championship game. Upcoming events for the Perry County Tournament. The next one after today will be on Friday, April 11th at Newport High School for the Perry County Softball Championships. The same 2 matches we see here today will happen again for the Softball Championship, where Newport will take on the West Perry Lady Mustangs, and Greenwood will be taking on Susquenita. That is on Friday, February 11th, and you can catch that tournament exclusively on Facebook on the Perry County Talk Sports Zone Facebook page. And we have breaking news to announce here today, because on Monday, May 5th, Cinco de Mayo, for the first time ever, the Perry County Talk Sports Zone Facebook page with yours truly on the call will be at Susquenita High School for the 2025 Perry County Track and Field Championships. It is going to be an exciting one on Cinco de Mayo at Susquenita High School. Exclusive coverage of the 2025 Perry County track and field championships for boys and girls where West Perry, Greenwood, and Susquenita will be battling for a Perry County Championship in several events. I'll be on the call for those track events, but that's not until May 5th. As of now, we are here tonight for the Perry County Baseball Championship. West Perry looking to win it back. Susquenita looking to win for the first time in 15 years. And there's one thing we have seen from Perry County tournaments this year is that there has been some long streaks snapped when it comes to not winning a championship. We saw that for Susquenita winning the Perry County cheerleading competition earlier this season. We also saw Susquenita winning the Perry County Boys Basketball Championship. We saw Greenwood winning the Girls Basketball Championship. Those are championships that haven't been won in a long time by those programs. And Susquenita Baseball is looking to just do the same thing here today. Susquenita is the home team for our Perry County Championship. The home team was determined by a coin flip. And Susquenita won the toss, and they elected to be the home team. Well, West Perry rocking the pinstripes this year. This is new for the West Perry baseball team, which is actually very interesting because the head coach for West Perry, Chip Sound, now in his 25th year as the head coach for West Perry baseball, he's a Red Sox fan. And you know that Red Sox fans are not really particularly kind to baseball players running pinstripes when it comes to the New York Yankees. But this year, the West Perry Mustangs are rocking the pinstripes for their home games, and they are loving it. And I'm loving it, especially as a Yankees fan. I love the pinstripes for sure. West Perry and Susquenita both 1-0 to start this season. Susquenita out of the Tri-Valley Athletic Association East Division is about to come out on the field to start our Perry County Championship. And while we're doing that, here's the starting nine for the West Perry Mustangs, designated as the visitors here today. Leading off is the shortstop, number 1, Mason Sano. Batting second is the catcher, number 2, Tanner Sigler. Batting third is the starting pitcher for West Perry, number 17, Austin Lyons. Batting fourth is the third baseman, number 9, Cole Brown. Batting fifth is the first baseman, number 8, Braden McKeever. Batting sixth is the designated hitter for West Perry, number 25, Wyatt Fritz. He is hitting for the left fielder, number 6, Hunter Johnson. Batting seventh is the center fielder, number 3, Jordy Ogden. Batting eighth is the second baseman, number 4, Eli Lyons. And batting ninth is the right fielder, number 7, Kyan Sturm. Substitutions for West Perry include number 5, Carson Fritz, number 10, Gannon Wilson, number 11, Mason Sprecher, number 12, Quentin Palm, number 15, Aiden Lesher, and number 18, Caleb Bissell. Defensive alignment for the Susquenita Blackhawks, who are the home team here in the championship game. The starting pitcher for the Hawks is number 12, Chance Fisher. The catcher is number 4, Billy Seister. The first baseman is number 23, Tristan Reitlinger. The second baseman is number 13, John Ardesy. The third baseman is number 39, Parker Gardner. The shortstop is number 7, Colton Fry. And on the outfield in left is number 28, is Galen Wenrich. Center field is taken by number 25, Jake White. And the right fielder is number 11, Ryan Shoppy. West Perry defeated the Newport Buffaloes in a manslaughter. 15 runs on 14 hits in 4 innings against Newport Buffaloes. And Newport only had one base runner in that game. That was Aiden Banks, who drew a 1-out walk in the second. And we are ready to go on a cold and breezy Saturday here at West Perry. That is nothing new here in recent years for West Perry baseball. It is always windy here at West Perry High School in Elliotsburg, Western Perry County, Pennsylvania. And here we go. The Perry County Baseball Championship game is about to get underway. The starting pitcher for Susquenita is running number 12, Chance Fisher. First batter he faces will be Mason Sano, and a sidearm pitcher for Chance Fisher, and he throws in a strike for strike 1. The sidearm pitchers. You gotta love it. Unless if you're the batter. Yes, it can be so distracting seeing that arm go way out. And here's another one, and he gets ripping right towards the shortstop. It gets past him, and Mason Sano gets things started with a leadoff single. Mason Sano, a senior for the Mustangs, going to Millersville University to play baseball starting next season. And that will bring up Tanner Sigler. Tanner Sigler, also a senior. Now, West Prairie Mustangs have 8 seniors on this team this year. And so here we go, a bunt, and this ball gets away. It goes towards the backside. Mason Sano will go over to second easily on a wild pitch. Tanner Sigler, just like Mason Sano, a triathlete. Mason Sano plays soccer along with Tanner Sigler. The only difference between these two is that Mason plays basketball, while Tanner Sigler is a wrestler here at West Prairie High School. Here's the 1-0. The bunt is still on, and he gets it down. Sano easily going over to third, and careful here. The bag popped out, and looked like the first baseman might got tripped up a little bit here. He is shaken up. The first baseman, Justin Reitlinger, is down and looks like he's favoring his left ankle here as the head coach for Susquenita, Austin Indonesio, is kind of along with our athletic trainer here at West Prairie, Zach Rudy. Yeah, I don't think Tanner Sigler stepped on his ankle. I think it was just the bag popping out and took his ankle along with it. So it's a successful sacrifice bunt here. That'll send Mason Sano over to third. And all good here for Reitlinger. We'll continue action here in the first inning. Top of the first here, just getting started. So that'll bring up Austin Lyons. Austin Lyons, the starting pitcher today for the Mustangs in the Prairie Valley Championship. Cole Brown was the starting pitcher. Had a no-hitter in the semifinal against Newport in 4 innings. There's a call, strike 1 to Lyons. There is a bit of advantage for West Prairie here, despite being the away team in this one on their home field. They had a little bit of a longer break because Susquenita and Greenwood took a little bit longer, by only 2 innings. And now here's the rip. Austin Lyons up, and there's a diving grab. Good there for Ryan Shoppe, and a throw is coming in too late, and Sano rolls into home plate, and that is going to be an awkward sacrifice fly. I think Sano didn't tag up in time because he probably wasn't going to be caught. So it's a sac fly here for an RBI. And just like that, the Mustangs have a 1-0 lead. That'll bring up Cole Brown. Cole Brown, a big day for him in the semifinal. And here he takes the first pitch up high for ball 1. Cole Brown went 3 for 4 against Newport. 3 RBIs, including an inside-the-park home run in his first at-bat in the first inning. Scored 2 RBIs. And now here's the pitch down low to Brown once again, 2-0. It was a spectacular catch, though, by right fielder Ryan Shoppe. Ryan Shoppe is an incredible athlete at Susquenita as well. He also plays basketball and soccer. And there's a called strike to Cole Brown. Ryan Shoppe getting down on his knees. It wasn't really like a diving catch, but he got down on his knees to make the catch. And there's a high fastball for ball 3. 3-1. It is cold, it is breezy here at West Prairie High School. 3 balls, 1 strike, 2 outs, base is empty. There's a swing and a miss by Brown. And the count is now full at 3 balls and 2 strikes. Our umpires for our championship game here today, calling balls and strikes behind the plate, is Francis Kutry, and rounding up the bases is Thomas Whitmire. And there's a high ball, and that is ball 4. So Cole Brown draws a walk with 2 outs. And one thing that we saw from West Perry in the first semifinal in the second inning, the 2-out rally for the H's, where they scored 7 runs in the second inning, all with 2 outs. So up next here is Braden McKeever. McKeever, first pitch to him is in for a call, strike 1. One thing that we saw very interesting about the Prairie County tournament, like usually in years past, we would have 4 umpires, 2 of them would umpire 2 games, but today we have 8 umpires. So all 8 umpires get 1 game today, and here's Cole Brown taking off for a second. He'll dive and get there safely. Gets a little dirty in the process, and Cole Brown has a stolen base. So 8 different umpires here today. Each of them getting 1 game. So the 4 umpires who were working the semifinals, they're gone. They're done for today. So we got 4 new umpires. It's very interesting how that happened here today. Here's the next pitch to McKeever. It's upstairs for ball 2. Brad McKeever, another triathlete here. He also plays soccer and basketball. And a little bit of an inside pitch there, but Crutry saying that's strike 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes for 2 outs with a runner on second. A 1-0 early lead here for the Mustangs. Going to recapture a Perry County championship. Here comes the 2-2. And swing, and this is going to get hit hard, but foul. Still 2 balls and 2 strikes. Chance Fisher, next 2-2 is upstairs for ball 3. Full count here to Braden McKeever, the senior first baseman. Here's the full count pitch, swing and a miss. And that is a rarity for Westbury here today. A strikeout. Man ends the first inning, but a sacrifice fly from Austin Lyons scores Mason Sam from third, and we are heading to the bottom for a Susquenita coming it back for the first time in the Perry County Championship game as West Perry leads it 1-0. We'll be back for the bottom of the first. We are back here for the bottom of the first. West Perry Mustangs with an early 1-0 lead here in this game. And here is the starting 9 for the Susquenita Blackhawks under direction of second-year head coach Austin Indonesia. Your starting 9 for Susquenita. Laying off will be the center fielder number 25, Jake White. Batting second will be the right fielder number 11, Ryan Shoppy. Batting third is the shortstop number 7, Colton Fry. Batting fourth is the catcher number 4, Billy Seister. Batting fifth is the left fielder, number 28, Galen Wenrich. Batting sixth is the third baseman, number 39, Parker Gardner. Batting seventh is the first baseman First baseman, number 23, Justin Reitlinger. Batting eighth is the starting pitcher for Susquenita, number 12, Chance Fisher. And batting ninth is the second baseman, number 13, John Ardesy. And now here's a rip, and that is going to be the first base hit that Westbury gives up today. It goes off of Jordy Ogden by a hair, and with that, Jake White is going to go over to second. One pitch, and he gets a double. So the first hit that Westbury gives up today is a leadoff double to Jake White. And here comes Ryan Shopping. Ryan Shopping, incredible athlete at Susquenita High School. And he takes a slow breaking ball and is upstairs for ball one. Austin Lyons, the starting pitcher for Westbury in this championship game. Austin Lyons, a senior. And here he takes close strike one. Austin Lyons, older brother of Eli Lyons, who is also in the lineup for our championship game here today for Westbury. Here's the 1-1 pitch, and here's a high fly ball. It's going to go out to left center field, and Jordy Ogden is going to call for it. He makes the grab, and there is one away. Now bring up Colton Fry. Fry was the starting pitcher in the semifinals for Susquenita against Greenwood. Which the Susquenita Blackhawks were victorious 11-0 in 6 innings. There's the first pitch to Fry. A breaking ball upstairs, ball one. Major League Baseball opening day is on Thursday. We have our opening day here. The pros go on opening day on Thursday. It all starts with the New York Yankees on ESPN taking on the Milwaukee Brewers interleague matchup there. Technically, Major League Baseball started already just a couple days ago. The Los Angeles Dodgers and the Chicago Cubs battling each other for 2 games at the Tokyo Dome in Japan, in which the Dodgers swept the Cubs 2-0. So the Dodgers, the defending champions, already off to a 2-0 start in the regular season. That is ball 2 here to Colton Fry. One thing we know about Austin Lyons is that he goes to the breaking ball a lot. You go for a first pitch, you hope it's a breaking ball, you can swing at it. So here we go. Next pitch, it's a fastball, and there's a line drive right towards the fans up here at Westbury High School. Right up the hill here. See, we're not in our usual spot here today when it comes to the setup, and the reason for that is because of the canopy. The fans couldn't see the canopy, couldn't see the field with the canopy up where we act because of the predicted rain. So if we were set up like where we normally are, then I probably would have got hit with that ball. That was a line drive too. Jeez. 3 balls and 1 strike now to Fry. Austin Lyons going to get out of this inning. 1 out, runner on second. Here's the 3-1. That's in for a call, strike 2. Colton Fry, Austin Lyons, full count, 3 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. With Jake White at second. Tanner Segler giving the signal. Austin Lyons agrees. Here's a full count pitch upstairs, and that is ball 4. But now a throw to second, and a costly mistake there. I think they were trying to get Jake White out at second, but he was taken out for third anyway. So not just a walk, but a stolen base puts runners at the corners with 1 out here. Colton Fry at first, Jake White out at third on a stolen base. That'll bring up Billy Seister. And Seister chance one and gets off of the third baseman, Cole Brown. And with that, a run is going to come across the score. And Susquenita has tied this game up. It's going to be ruled an infield single. Well, it's going to be a tough play for Cole Brown. But no play. And so it's an infield single that ties the game up. Out one apiece. Belly Seister, excuse me. And there's still only one out here in this inning. Now bring up Galen Wenrich. He swings and fouls off the first pitch. Gotta love the aggressiveness that Susquenita is showing right now. First pitch swinging for 3 of the first 5 batters. So here comes the 0-1. And that goes upstairs for ball 1. 1 ball and a strike. The NCAA Wrestling Championships concludes tonight. The Penn State Nittany Lions looking for another national championship. They have 4 going to the national finals tonight. It kicks off at 7 o'clock on ESPN. Next pitch is swung on and fouled away for strike 2. Both these teams are 1-0 after their wins against Greenwood and Newport. If you're looking for that Greenwood and Newport consolation game, that game is being streamed live right now on the Perry County Talk Sports Zone Facebook page. Next pitch just a bit low. It's 2 balls and 2 strikes. Ball in the first. Each team scoring 1 run already. Yeah, in the first inning. Could be a good one here. And here's a chopper, and this is going to go to the short second baseman. Here, hops on him, and that is going to be an infield single for Galen Wenrich. It was going to be a tough play for the second baseman, Eli Lyons, who did not play in the semifinal against Newport. And now, the first time West Prairie is facing a bases-loaded jam, still with only 1 out. And now head coach Jeff Sano is coming out to talk to the infielders. 25 years as the head coach for West Prairie for Jeff Sano. He was assistant coach for 4 years before he took over as the head coach. But a quarter of a century. And now the sun is starting to come out. This is starting to feel good, but it's still very windy here at West Prairie High School in Elliotsburg. So now trouble here for the Mustangs, and here comes Parker Gardner. Cool name. I'll tell you what, that is a cool rhyming name. Parker Gardner has the bases loaded, and here he takes the first pitch strike. He got Colton Fry at third, Billy Seister at second, and Galen Wenrich at first. All reaching. Well, Colton Fry had a walk with 1 out, and Billy Seister and Galen Wenrich both were infield singles. Next pitch is outside for ball 1. Here's the next pitch, and that is just missing the strike zone for ball 2. We have our our athletic directors here for all 4 schools here today, except for Sean Lesh. Sean Lesh for Newport is not here; he's out of town. And we got some other ones here. We got Susquenita, Scott Markowitz, first-year athletic director at Susquenita. For Greenwood is Matt Bingaman. Haven't seen him yet. Unless he's on the other side of the field. And now this wind is really blowing here. The dust is starting to fly off. 2 balls and 2 strikes here. And the next pitch is swung on, and it's got a hit towards Mason Sal. It could be a double play here, and he got it! A 6-4 free double play gets him out of the bases loaded jam. Gardner is not happy about it. And that ends the inning. Susquenita had a chance to take the lead, but they do give one on an RBI infield single from Billy Seister. 6-4-3 double play gets them out of the inning. We are going into the second inning, tied at one apiece. This is the 2025 Perry County Baseball Championship game. West Prairie versus Susquenita, exclusively on the West Prairie Athletic Party YouTube channel. We'll be back for the second inning. The wind is howling here at West Prairie High School. I think we might have a new record for the windiest Perry County Championship tournament in history. As this wind is really blowing. Good thing we got these spikes here to keep our canopy in place. Table is loaded down here where we got all the equipment, but the wind is blowing and we're still playing. So here we go, the second inning about to start. And for the Mustangs, it is 6, 7, 8 hitters stood up. And here's a designated hitter for the Mustangs, Wyatt Fritz, as he swings and misses at the first pitch for strike one. Man, no wind here, ladies and gentlemen. It's like hurricane season, and it's only March. It's only like the third day of spring. And so here we go. Next pitch is down low for ball one. That's going to make things interesting, too, for fly balls. Anyway, you got the wind howling here. Like we can hear it from the other side of the hill here. And I even got the headset on, so it's that strong, but I can still hear it. So here's a high fly ball. That's going to go way foul. The wind is going to push it back even further. So it's 1 ball and 2 strikes here to Wyatt Fritz. Wyatt Fritz, also a senior for the Mustangs. Here is the next pitch, and that is up high for ball 2. I don't know. I think the wind might have had something to do on that pitch. It just stuck it up a little bit. Here we go with the 2-2 pitch from Fisher, and that is in for a called strike 3. Chance Fisher starts the second inning the same way he ended the first, with a punch out. There's 1 out. And that'll bring up Shorty Ogden. Shorty Ogden saying in now, and here is ball 1. Shorty Ogden, the center fielder for the Mustangs. He went 2 for 2. Walked once. He had 2 doubles in a win against Newport. Here's the next pitch, and that's upstairs for ball 2. Good hitters count here. If you're Shorty Ogden, I would probably be taking a swing at this one. If it's in the strike zone, even if it's off the corner, I'm swinging. Chance Fisher taking his time on this one, and there is strike 1 called. I know the wind here is nothing out of the ordinary here. at West Prairie, but this is blowing. I mean, this wind, it blows. No pun intended there. 3 balls and 1 strike. No, just kidding. Totally a pun. 3 balls, 1 strike. The wind just continued. I mean, this is actually better than last year. Like, not the wind, but at this point a year ago in the Perry County Championship game, it was snowing. I mean, it was coming down pretty good. We were always playing snowball, which is a real sport, by the way, in some countries. You take a look at Greenland, they literally play baseball in the snow. And there's a swing and a miss from Ogden. Second, and here we go, a 3-2 count. Yeah, imagine that. Actually playing baseball in the snow. Like, the ground's just covered in it. That's what they do in Greenland. And here's a swing, and this will get fouled away. Looks like I hit the back of a pickup truck there. West Prairie baseball does have a good stretch of home games to start the season. They'll be back here on Monday for their Mid-Penn Conference Colonial Division opener against the Big Spring Bulldogs. Here's a swing, and the wind is going to push this one all the way to the wall, and Jordy Ogden will have his 3rd double of the day. The wind definitely pushed. It didn't look like it was hit hard that much, but the wind definitely pushed that one back and back. It was a little bit higher. It probably went over the fence. So now West Prairie has something cooking here with 1 out. Jordy Ogden, his 3rd double of the day. He had 2 of them against Newport. Now his first at bat here, same result as the last time, a double. So Jordy Ogden now 3 for 3 of the day. Jordy Ogden, also a senior. 8 seniors on the West Prairie team this year. Now bring up Eli Lyons. Eli did not play in the game against Newport. So this is the first at-bat day, and that goes above Eli Lyons. Had a duck underneath it a little bit. As 1 ball, no strikes. This is the 2025 Perry County Baseball Championship game, live on the West Prairie Athletic Department YouTube channel. Here we go with 1 ball and no strikes, and a bunt shown here, and Lions playing it back for ball 2. In recent years, we have not really seen a close game like we have right now. The only exception was in 2021 in an instant classic for the Perry County Championship game. And here is ball 3 now to Eli Lyons. Who can ever forget, if you're a West Prairie or Newport baseball fan, when Newport was the home team in that, or no, they were the visiting team in that game, and they were up by 6 in the bottom of the 7th inning. West Prairie had a 2-out rally of the ages. And there's ball 4 to Eli Lyons. In 2021, West Prairie scored 7 runs on a play that went down to the play at the plate. And West Prairie, down 6 runs by itself, got the win against Newport. 7-6 was the final in 2021. And it looks like we could be in for a thriller here right now. There was a brief timeout there for the catcher, Billy Seister, to talk to Chance Fisher. Yeah. So here is Kyan Sturm. And Sturm will get a bunt down here, and this is a fair ball. And nice job there for Billy Seister to throw over to third and get the force out at third. So it's a fielder's choice for Kyan Sturm. Yeah, Lyons goes over to second. Meanwhile, Jordy Ogden is out at third. So 2 outs here. Back to the top of the lineup for the Mustangs. Mason Sano now takes strike 1. Mason Sandler had himself an incredible semifinal, going 2 for 3 in the game, scoring 3 times, and scoring 3 RBIs of his own. Here comes the 0-1 pitch from Fisher, and that's down low for ball 1. Mason Sano, the senior son of head coach Jeff Sano, going to Millersville University, a great Division II program there in the NCAA. Not far from here whatsoever, down in Lancaster County. Millersville out of the Pennsylvania State Athletic Conference, otherwise known as the PSAC. And there is 2-1. Millersville, not too long ago, had a deep run in the NCAA Division II World Series. The umpire had a question about the count here on the scoreboard here at West Prairie, and it is correct. 2 balls and 1 strike. Like I said, I had a single to start the game, and here he swings and misses for strike 2. Susquenita had a good opportunity to score more in the first inning, but a bases loaded double play ended it. Thus, we are tied here at 1 apiece. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Here it is, and that is upstairs for ball 3. Eli Lyons at second, Kyan Sturm at first. Man, this wind, man, is just killing us today. At least it ain't snowing. That's a good thing. The 3-2, just missing the core of the strike zone, and it's ball 4. And the Mustangs now have the bases loaded with 2 outs. Now I'll bring up Tanner Ziegler. He laid down a sacrifice bunt his last time up. Tanner Ziegler, who is also a senior, was a really good hitter in recent years at the bottom of the lineup. But now he is here batting second in the lineup. And here he takes strike 1. Definitely not a sack bunt situation here. 2 outs, bases are loaded. And now here's a swing, and this is going to get foul behind the concession stand. And it's strike 2. No balls, 2 strikes. Tanner Ziegler, bases loaded. Here's the 0-2, and that's upstairs for ball 1. Here comes the 1-2 pitch from Chance Fisher. And swung on. This is popped up. Now you gotta be careful. The wind is really blowing here. And it's no problem whatsoever for the right fielder, Ryan Shoppy. He makes the grab, and that will end the inning. The Mustangs leave them loaded. And we are going to the bottom second, still tied at 1 apiece. This is the 2025 Perry County Baseball Championship game. We'll be back for the bottom of the second. We are back here for the bottom of the second. The Mustangs leaving the bases loaded, and a high fly ball to right fielder Ryan Shoppy ended it off by Terrence Stigler. But here is 7, 8, and 9 hitters stood up for Susquenita as Justin Reitlinger, who was temporarily injured a little bit earlier in this game, but he is okay to go. He swings and misses, however, at the first pitch for strike one. We have our new West Prairie Athletic Director here with us today, Adam Marceau. And here's a high fly ball. Swing, got to push it back. No, it's just got to push back even further. And that'll be strike two to Reitlinger, the Susquenita first baseman. Adam Marceau. Adam Marceau is our new athletic director here at West Prairie. Our old athletic director, Ryan Anderson, has left to be an athletic director at his alma mater, New Oxford High School. I'm sure he is watching right now. And here's a swing and a miss from Reitlinger. And that's the first strikeout for Austin Lions today. One away here in the second. But Adam Marceau, cool guy. I mean, he's around my age too. He's not much older than me. Maybe not even a year older. But Adam Marceau, incredible baseball fan. In fact, he coached in the minor leagues in the Pittsburgh Pirates organization. And it's such an amazing story about how Adam Marceau became the athletic director here. Previously, he was the athletic director for the Bonner Prendergast High School, private school outside of Philadelphia. And he had two choices to make. He could be the athletic director here at West Prairie, or be the strength and conditioning coach for the big club in Pittsburgh, the Pittsburgh Pirates. And instead, he wanted to be closer to home to his wife and his new kid that just arrived not too long ago. Marceau is a graduate of Susquenita Township High School. And that was a ground ball from Chance Fisher over to Brandon McKeever, free unassisted for the second out, just like that. And here is John Artesy. Artesy taking ball one. So already it's amazing. Like Marceau was a strength and conditioning coach in the minor leagues for the Pittsburgh Pirates. Was about to go up to the big club in Pittsburgh, but he decided he wanted to be closer to home to his family. And when he heard about the West Prairie position, he applied for it, and well, he got it. One ball and one strike here to Artesy. Yeah, but he's a cool guy. He really is, and obviously he's making a big impact already here with the West Prairie baseball team. I mean, it's not that he's coaching or anything, but there you go, a former minor league baseball coach, maybe a future major league baseball coach someday. But we are very happy to have Adam Marceau here with us. And no doubt you're going to be hearing a lot more from him here in the future. 2 balls and 2 strikes to Artesy. Obviously, he's heard a lot about me, and I mean, when he first started, just a couple weeks into his new position, Tyler Morrison became a first individual state champion in West Prairie wrestling history. Here's a high fly ball, and this is going to be in the infield. Could be trouble with the wind, and the Lions will make the grab with the wind bowling all over his face. And that's a 1-2-3 inning for the Mustangs. We are going into the third inning, still tied at 1 apiece. This is the 32nd annual Perry County Baseball Championship game. West Prairie versus Susquenita, exclusively on the West Prairie Athletic Party YouTube channel. We'll be back for the third inning, tied at 1 apiece. We are back for the third inning of our Perry County Championship game. We are taking an eye on the consolation game, which is being streamed right now on Facebook over on the Perry County Talk Sports Zone Facebook page. And right now, we see in the top of the third inning, the Newport Buffaloes have a 6-1 lead against the Greenwood Wildcats. That's a local rivalry, as local as it gets right there. Those two schools separated by the Juniata River in Perry County, one of the largest bodies of water in Perry County, next to Sherman's Creek, which is the longest. Throughout the entire county, even goes by the high school here, just on the other side of the field here. So here we go for the Mustangs. It's 3, 4, and 5. The heart of the lineup, and Austin Lyons rips one and snagged by Fisher on the mound. And that is one pitch, one out here in the top of the third inning. Once again, if you are looking for the Newport versus Greenwood consolation game, you can catch that game live right now on Facebook, Perry County Talk Sports Zone. Nick Miller is the guy who is streaming that for us here today. Thank you, Nick, for joining us here. Here is strike one call to Cole Brown. Here's the next pitch, and that is in for call strike two. Cole Brown walked his last time up. Alright, he's facing 0-2 count. 1 out, base is empty. Brady McKeever is on deck. And the 0-2 pitch is high, and this is going to hit high out towards shallow right. As the second baseman making the grab, as John Artisy makes the grab in shallow right. And there are quickly 2 outs here. That'll bring up Brady McKeever, a senior. Good soccer player. Good basketball player, too. He missed the end of the regular season in the basketball season with an illness. But he is healthy and ready to go for the baseball season. And here he swings and fouls back the first pitch. Brady McKeever had 1 hit. There was an RBI single in the second inning. Went 1 for 3 in a win against Newport. Still can't believe Newport forgot to bring the trophy over, so there will not be a trophy presentation, but the goal remains the same. As we go for the Perry County Championship, Brady McKeever rips one over the leaping effort of the shortstop, and there is a single with 2 outs for Brady McKeever. McKeever struck out his first time, but he rips one out towards left field for a 2-out single. That's over in leaping effort of Colton Fry. Now that'll keep the inning going for Wyatt Fritz. Struck out looking his first time up. There's the first pitch, and Fritz once again looks at the first pitch for strike one. Have you ever thought of becoming a baseball umpire? Have you ever thought of becoming a PIAA official? Now is your opportunity. Go to PIAA.org to find out how you can become a PIAA official. The runner's going, and Fritz takes a hack at it and fouls it off. It hits the bleachers, missing everybody. And that is strike 2 to Fritz. McKeever was taken off for second, looking for a hit and run situation there. As Perry dug out, making noise for Wyatt Fritz, the senior DH. Here's the 0-2. Up high. And a fake throw over to first. 1 ball and 2 strikes. And now pickoff attempt here as McKeever was taken off on movement. And McKeever in trouble as a dive, and there's a tag out at first, and that will end the inning. So Wyatt Fritz will lead off the bottom of the fourth, or excuse me, the top of the fourth, While we head down to the bottom of the third, the top of the lineup, dude up for the Susquenita Blackhawks in the top of the third, or bottom of the third, excuse me. This 2025 Prairie County Baseball Championship game exclusively on the West Prairie Athletic Park YouTube channel. We'll be back for the bottom of the third, tied at 1-1. We are back here to resume action in the bottom of the third, tied at 1 apiece. And let's take a quick recap of the Prairie County Championships that we saw so far this school year. It all started at the field hockey tournament at Susquenita, where the West Prairie Lady Mustangs won their second straight Prairie County Championship. Then in boys soccer here at West Prairie, the West Prairie Mustangs won the boys soccer tournament for a third time in the last 4 years. Then in cheerleading competition at Newport High School, Susquenita won it for the first time in 10 years. Or excuse me, for the first time since 2011 in 14 years. Then in wrestling championships, no surprise here, the West Prairie Mustangs rode to a new record, tied with Newport for the 6th straight Prairie County Championship. Then in girls basketball, it was the Green Wildcats winning their first Prairie County Championship at home for the first time since 2010, and then the boys basketball championship. Susquenita won it for the first time since 2002. Now Susquenita baseball looking to win the Prairie County Baseball Championship for the first time since 2010. One out here. And there's a swing, and chopper over to third, and Brown has to release it, and he does. There are 2 quick outs. Jake White ground out to first base for the first out, and now Ryan Shoppy grounds out to third for the second out. And that'll bring up Colton Fry. West Prairie looking to win back the Prairie County Championship for the third time in 4 years. And now here's Colton Fry taking strike 1 called. A fairly quick third inning here. 2 outs already at the top of the lineup. Austin Lyons staying on Colton Fry. Here's the next pitch. This one is hit hard. This will go towards left center, and diving grab! Jordy Ogden leaping out and makes a spectacular catch, and it's a 1-2-3 inning. What a game. That is what the Prairie County Championship is all about for these 2 programs. Good hit. The wind might have carried it a little bit. And a great catch for Jordy Ogden ends the inning. We'll be back for the 4th inning, still tied at 1 apiece. Man, I cannot wait to get home and check the audio on this thing because the wind is just blowing like crazy. This is by far the windiest baseball game I have ever covered here at West Prairie in the last 5 years. It is just unbelievably blowing. It's like a hurricane out here, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for tuning in on the West Prairie Athletic Party YouTube channel. Sorry about that. Just had to force down my canopy here a little bit. The sun is starting to come out now. Kid came running down and held on to it for me. Thanks, bud. It's 2 balls and 1 strike. Here to Wyatt Fritz, who was hitting in the 3rd inning, but now pickoff move got Brandon McKeever out at first. And here's 3 balls and 1 strike here to Fritz. Wyatt Fritz, the leadoff hitter. There's a swing and a miss from Wyatt. 3 balls, 2 strikes. And now those sprinkles are starting to come down here, and there's a swing and a miss from Wyatt Fritz. For a strikeout, that's Fritz's 2nd strikeout here today. And now here's Jordy Ogden. 2nd time Wyatt Fritz was put down on strikes. But Jordy Ogden had himself a big day. A little rain shower just rolled through here. Hopefully that means the end of the wind. Highly doubt it. But here we are on the top of the 4th, and here's a call, strike 1 to Jordy Ogden. Ogden ripped a double on a full count his last time up. And here's the next pitch, and that misses for ball 1. Taking an eye on the consolation game, Newport currently on a 7-1 lead in the bottom of the 3rd. Newport the home team in that one, and Buffaloes have the runners on the corners. And here is a swing and a high hop goes over the first baseman. Nothing that the first baseman, Justin Raitlinger, could have done about that one. That took a high hop right in front of him. That's going to result in a single for Jordy Ogden. His 4th hit today. Ogden had himself a good championship tournament here today. Now 4 for 4 with a walk and 3 doubles. So that'll bring up Eli Lyons. He walked on 4 pitches his first time up here in this championship game. So here's Eli Lyons. That's Chance Fisher taking his time, and Lyons swings the bat for the first time, and the wind will knock it foul. Strike 1. Looking at the clouds here, we might be done for the rain here today, but I'm not taking any chances by taking down the canopy here. Here's the next pitch to Eli Lyons, and that's in for a call, strike 2. 1 out with Jordy Ogden at first, tied in a 1-1 ball game. And the top of the 4th inning. Here's the next pitch, and a little bit of an early swing here going over to the second baseman, and trouble here, and that is going to result in an E4, an error on the second baseman, John Artesy. It looked like a routine play. It goes down as an E4. Jordy Ogden will go over on the error. Over to second. Didn't look like it was a chance at a double play, but it could have been an easy out. Should have been an easy out at first. And that was sending Kyan Sturm. Kyan Sturm reached on fielder's choice his first time out, swinging on the first pitch. Let's see if he does that here again. And Kyan Sturm does swing at the first pitch, and he fouls it back for strike one. You don't see this very often for the Mustangs, but swinging early, a lot of times on the first pitch even. And the Mustangs are really doing good with that, despite being a 1-1 tie at the moment. Here's the next pitch, and that is inside for ball one. Tell you what, this sun that keeps coming out, it feels good whenever it comes out. Just a very windy day. God, I wonder how the roads are if there are any down trees in the area. We get that a lot here in Perry County, that's for sure. Here's the 1-1. Here's the swing. Now go up to left field for a base hit. Kyan Sturm, and not taking a chance. It's Jordy Ogden. He'll stay put at third. I think Jordy wanted to go there, but Carson was saying, no, let's not risk it. Let's take the bases slowly here for Mason Sano at the top of the lineup. So it's not an RBI, but the bases are loaded now with only one out. And here comes Mason Sano. Good opportunity here to take the lead back in the fourth inning. Bases are loaded with one out. Jordy Ogden at third. Eli Lyons at second. And Kyan Sturm now first after the single. And Mason Sano takes strike one. The big inning for West Perry in the semifinal was the second inning where they scored 7 runs on 9 hits. All 7 of those runs coming with 2 outs. 8 of those hits in a row after 2 outs. And there's ball one. West Perry versus Susquenita is a rivalry that dates back a long time. I mean, back when I was in school at West Perry, we would always face Susquenita in the regular season at City Island. At City Island, home of the Harrisburg Senators, Double-A team for the Washington Nationals. They don't do that anymore. I mean, I know a couple other teams play a game or two over at City Island nowadays, but back then it was West Perry and Susquenita always doing that. Not so much anymore. Here's a swing, and I was brought back for strike two. Now, I think that West Perry did back in my day at West Perry. We would also play at Doubleday Farm, just along Route 74 towards Carlisle. That was always a fun one. But I don't even know if that's a baseball field anymore. I mean, it hasn't been used in who knows how long. 2 balls, 2 strikes here to Mason Sano. Here's the next pitch. A high fastball swung on and missed by Sano. And that's a big out number 2 with Tanner Sigler coming up. That's a rarity for Mason Sano striking out. I mean, this is a man who was a Mid-Penn All-Star in his freshman year. But now going to Millersville University starting next season. But here's Tanner Sigler. Tanner Sigler with the bases loaded, now with 2 outs. And first base, Sigler swings and off the hit glove, I think, up the shortstop, Colton Fry, and now a wild throw here and a costly mistake for Kyan Sturm to try to go for third. 1 run scores, so I don't know about the second. Tanner Sigler gets a single, but Kyan Sturm out at third. Fancy trying to go for third, so he's the third out. Let's see what they put on the scoreboard. They did put 2 runs here, so it's a 2 RBI single. And that will make it 3-1 here for the Mustangs. And we're going to the bottom of the 4th. The Mustangs now with a 3-1 lead. We'll be back for the bottom of the 4th. We are back here for the bottom of the fourth. And it's a 3-1 lead for the Westbury Mustangs. And we've got Austin Lyon still on the mound for the Mustangs. Billy Seister now takes ball one in the dirt. And the wind demand still blowing. Yeah, I think when we do breakdown here after this game is over, the first thing that's got to go is the canopy, that's for sure. Here's the swing for Seister, and it's fouled away for strike one. Westbury threw 4 innings, 3 runs on 6 hits. No errors so far for the Mustangs. And leaving 6 runners left on base. That has been an issue for the Mustangs, especially last year. And now here's a swinging bunt here, look like, and that's got just rolled foul past the first baseline for strike 2. And it definitely feels good when the sun is out, but the wind is not really helping that much. This is by far the windiest baseball game I ever covered here at Westbury. I know it's been windy before, but never this bad. Hopefully it cools down by Monday, that's for sure. But they're calling for breezy wind conditions again on Monday. Here's a pop-up and snow coating it. It's Eli Lyons. Nice bang-bang play there for Lyons. And there is the first out of the inning. So now bringing Galen Wenrich. Newport is running away with a consolation game, 10-1 now against Greenwood. Harrison Lyons goes through Austin Lyons and out to center field for a base hit. Wenrich now with the second hit of the day. First time was an infield single. And now he's a 1-out base runner. Now bring in Parker Gardner. Gardner got into the 6-4-3 double play with the bases loaded to end the first inning. You got to put down in the back of your mind now and try not to hit into that again. It was a 6-4-3 double play to Mason Sano at shortstop. Over to Eli Lyons and over to McKeever. Now a throw over. Yeah, this is nothing out of the ordinary here for Westbury baseball. Man, you got a speedster at first, and apparently that is Wenrich. They throw to him a lot. Here's the next pitch. And that's down low to Parker Gardner for ball 1. Parker Gardner. Cool name. Oh, really cool name. There's the next pitch, and that's up high for ball 2. The next Perry County Championship event will be on Friday, April 11th at Newport High School for the Perry County Softball Championship. 2 same semifinals that we saw here today will happen in the Softball Championship. Newport will be at home against West Perry, and Greenwood will be taking on Susquenita. 2 balls and 1 strike after that swing and a miss. And now here is called strike. I thought everybody was like, oh. Susquenita was like, come on. And West Perry was like, oh, thank you. 2 balls and 2 strikes now. And the home plate umpire in our championship is Francis Kutry. And here's a swing and a miss. Runner going for second, not nearly in time. So it is a strikeout for the second out, while Wenrich steals second. And wait a minute. Wait a minute. Are they calling for interference potentially? I didn't see what the call was, but apparently Renridge is out at second. So that's a double play. Oh, it was batter's interference. That was the call. Gardner did not get out of the way of the throw. That's why the hitter. That's why the throw was wild going to second. It's batter's interference. And that will end the inning as a strikeout batter's interference double play, if you will. And that will end the inning. We are going to the fifth inning of this one. West Perry leads 3-1. This is the 32nd annual Perry County Baseball Championship game, exclusively on the West Perry Athletic Party YouTube channel. We'll be back for the fifth inning. West Perry leads 3-1. Back here for the fifth inning. A low-scoring game. The wind might be blowing hard, but the game is going by quicker. And so, we are here in the fifth inning. Chance Fisher still pitching for Susquenita. And it's 3, 4, and 5 here stood up for the hometown Mustangs. As Austin Lyons 0 for 1. He hit a sacrifice fly to give West Perry an early lead in the first. And he grounded out to Fisher his last time up. Austin Lyons, Cole Brown, Brandon McKeever, 3, 4, 5 here stood up for West Perry. And here we go. The wind still blowing. And now here's the first pitch to Lyons. And it misses for ball 1. Wonder if it's even more windy anywhere else. I mean, what about Philadelphia, where the NCAA Wrestling Championships are taking place? The battle rounds happening right now. The championship final set for a 7 o'clock start on ESPN. And here is ball 2. We just heard breaking news just now from my good buddy Tony Elkerton. He probably doesn't know if I'm doing this right now, but he just texted me saying the Baltimore Orioles. You want to talk about a black and orange team like Susquenita? The Orioles, even though it's spring training, they just threw a no-hitter. That's a rarity in spring training. Well, really in Major League Baseball in general, but having spring training, man, oh man. 2 balls to 1 strike. Congratulations, Orioles. Wonder how many pitchers they used to get that. 3 balls and 1 strike to Austin Lyons. Says good. It does remind me of the Baltimore Orioles a little bit. I'm telling you the truth. Yeah, and now here's a swing, and this is gonna be grounded on a hop by Parker Gardner. He throws over to first. It's in time. And there's the first out. So up next here is Cole Brown. After today, Susquenita will return home on Wednesday for their home opener as they take on the Greenwood Wildcats for the second time in 3 games. Susquenita defeated Greenwood in the semifinals, and now Susquenita will host Greenwood on Wednesday to open up the Tri-Valley League action. Cole Brown takes strike 1. West Perry will be back on Monday here at home. This pitch gets away for ball 1. West Perry has 2 games later this week. On Monday, they'll be at home against Big Spring in the Mid-Penn Colonial Division opener. And then on Wednesday at 4:30, they'll take on Shippensburg for a very early season matchup. Both of those are at home, and both are being broadcast live with yours truly on the call on Huddle TV. We have a paid subscription. Tune in to West Prairie Baseball. Big Spring on Monday, Shippensburg on Wednesday. Both at 4:30 Monday and Wednesday. 2 balls and 1 strike here to Cole Brown. Here's the 2-1, and there's a swing and a miss from Brown. Big hack right there. 2 balls and 2 strikes. There's the next pitch, and that is called for strike 3. Cole Brown goes down looking. And that'll bring in Braden McKeever. Newport, after today, will be on the road on Wednesday for Tri-Valley League matchup, as they'll be at Line Mountain. I know it'll be a good matchup for sure. West Newport and Line Mountain, 2 teams know each other so well. And Braden McKeever swings at the first pitch, a fouls it back behind a concession stand here at West Perry for strike 1. Yeah, the concession stand is right behind me for those who have never been to West Prairie baseball field before. The sun's starting to come out here once again. Here's the next pitch, and McKeever hits one, and diving effort there for Gardner, and it goes out to left field for a base hit. McKeever now 2 for 3 in the game. Almost a identical spot here for Brady McKeever, hitting on the same spot from the last at bat. So McKeever once again goes to first. And here comes Wyatt Fritz. Wyatt Fritz, the senior DH. Struck out twice so far in this game, 0 for 2. He is just one of 2 players to not get on base so far in this game for the Mustangs, the other one being Tanner Sigler, or excuse me, Austin Lyons. Down Fisher, knowing what Brandon McKeever can do. They picked him off once already in this game. Here's a swing and foul tip for strike 1. So Newport now has a 14-1 lead in the bottom of the third. That game might be wrapping up here soon. If they get 2 more runs, and they have a chance to do it with the bases loaded. There's a swing and a foul back again for Fritz, 0-2. I take that back. They just scored again, 15-1. The winning run for Newport is now on third base with 2 outs in the bottom of the third. Newport looking for a big bounce back win against Greenwood. They're very local rivals, Greenwood and Newport. Here's the 0-2 to Fritz. Fritz hits one high and deep. This is going back and off the fence. Fritz 0-2 goes all the way to the fence, and Fritz is going to have a double, and McKeever can fly, and he will score. Wyatt Fritz pounds one out to right field, and it's now a 4-1 ball game. That ball was crushed, and the wind might have helped that pushed out a little bit further. As Brandon McKeever scores from first. Yeah, the West Prairie home faithful very happy about that one. An 0-2 count even, and now a pinch runner comes in for Wyatt Fritz, and looks like Susquenita head coach Austin Andonisio is going to have a new pitcher coming up for Susquenita. We'll be taking a break here. 2 outs here in the 5th inning. Top of the 5th. Susquenita with a new pitcher. We'll tell you who it is in just a second. Back here to resume action in the top of the fifth inning. New pitcher for the Susquenita Blackhawks, and he is wearing number 11, Ryan Shoppy. Shoppy now coming from right field to pitch for Susquenita, and going out to right field is the former pitcher Chance Fisher. An RBI double for Wyatt Fritz. A ball that was crushed over right field. And so now Ryan Shoppy, a senior, going to the mound for Susquenita. And his first target is Jordy Ogden. Jordy Ogden had himself an incredible day. 4 for 4, all told, with a walk and 3 doubles. He had a double in the second inning of this one. He had 2 doubles in a win against Newport. 4-1 lead for West Perry in the Perry County Championship game. So here we go. Ryan Shoppy now pitching for the Hawks. And here's the first pitch to Troy Ogden is in the dirt for ball 1. Final 9 score for Chance Fisher. 4 2/3 of an inning, facing 24 batters. Struck out 5 Mustangs, walked 3 of them, gave up 8 hits, and as of right now, 4 runs. He is responsible for that runner at second base. And there is ball 2. But so far, only 2 of those 4 runs are earned. 2 of them came off an error. So here we go. Next pitch. That's it there for ball 3. Not a good start for Ryan Shoppy on the mound. 3 pitches, all in the dirt. Here's the 3-0, and that is upstairs, and it's ball 4. Jordy Ogden draws his second walk today, his first in the championship. 2 outs. We're rounding out first and second now. As Eli Lyons, he reached on an error his last time up. And later came around to score, along with Jordy Ogden, on a 2 RBI single from Tanner Sigler. So alternately ended the inning after Kyan Stern was caught trying to advance to third. So here's Eli Lyons, strike 1. And the wind now is starting to come from the ground. And here's the swing, and that will get fouled away for strike 2. Newport was not able to score a winning run in the last inning, so Newport has a 14-1 lead in the top of the 4th. They need 2 runs to win it in the consolation game against Greenwood. There's a swing, and this is got to be a dribbler. Barehands it, and no play. Impressive effort there for shortstop Colton Fry, trying to barehand it, but couldn't grab it fully successfully. So that's going to be rolled an infield single for Eli Lyons. And the bases are now loaded. Now bring up Kyan Stern. And there's ball 1 in the dirt. Bases are loaded. Wyatt Fritz at third. Gannon Wilson at third. Jordy Ogden at second. Eli Lyons at first. 2-0 to Kyan Stern. This wind, it's blowing hard. And there is a called strike to Stern, 2-1. Now Mustangs looking for a big inning in this one. They scored 1 run in this inning, and now a call strike 2. Bases are loaded with 2 outs and a 2-2 count. Here's the next pitch, and that is upstairs for ball 3. So all 3 runners are going to go on this pitch with 2 outs and a full count. This is a big pitch right here. The 3-2. And it's in for called strike 3, and the inning is over. Striking out, looking with the bases loaded. And 1 run comes across the score on 3 hits. Wyatt Fritz with the RBI double. And it's 4-1 through 4.5. We'll go to the bottom of 5th. Back in just a moment. Back here for the bottom of the 5th inning. The Mustangs were looking for a big game. Stranded the bases loaded for the 2nd time in this game. But they do get 1 more run and makes a 4-1 lead. Alright, so here we go for Susquenita. The bottom lineup, 7, 8, 9 hitters. Justin Reitlinger swings at the first pitch. He grounds it to Brown at third. A long throw to first is in time. One pitch, 1 out here in the bottom of the 5th. Not quite desperation time yet for Susquenita, but they could use a run or 2 here in this inning. Here, now bring up Chance Fisher. Was the starting pitcher. Fisher was the starting pitcher. He gave up 2 earned runs out of 4. And this ball hops and goes past Brady McKeever out towards right for his base hit. Trying to stretch it to a double. Big throw. And not in time. Good throw for Sturm. But Santa wasn't able to apply the tag in time. And so that's going to be a 1-out double for Chance Fisher. Chance Fisher now 1 for 2. Ground out to first his last time up now with a 1-out double. Now bring up John Artesy. He popped out to Eli Lyons at second his last time up, making him 0 for 1. And a slow breaking ball stays upstairs for ball 1. I want to talk about the history of this tournament. West Perry has dominated. This is the 32nd annual Perry County Baseball Tournament, and the Mustangs, as a program, has won it 18 times. Leads the most of all the teams, and this ball is hit hard down the first base line, but goes foul out of play. 1 ball, 1 strike. Also got to give a shout out to West Perry manager Ronnie Smith. They call him Ron John. Great kid, great young man. West Perry, the manager. He participated in the student versus faculty basketball game about a month ago, and he did pretty good at it, too. He scored the first 3 points on a 3-pointer even in that game. Student versus faculty, just like how Newport does theirs. 1 ball, 2 strikes here to Artesy. Right on second with 1 out. There's a step off here for Lions. Also, Lions got himself in a predicament a little bit ago, but he was able to get out of it with the help of his defense. Also, Lions doing a good job in his first start of his senior year. Here's the next pitch, and that gets way upstairs for ball two. Once again, thank you so much for tuning in on the West Prairie Athletic Power YouTube channel. I am Alex Wall, the Golden Pipes of Perry County Baseball. There's the next pitch, and that is upstairs for ball three. 3 balls and 2 strikes. The 32nd annual Perry County Baseball Championship game. Live right here on the West Prairie Athletic Power YouTube channel. Constellation game happening right now on the Perry County Talk Sports Zone Facebook page. Here's a swing, and this is hit high. It's going to be in the infield, and Eli Lyons will make the grab. That's the second time that RSC popped out to Eli Lyons. And it's back to the top of the lineup now for the Hawks with 2 outs for Jake White. Jake White had a double in the bottom of the first to lead off. He later scored. So far, he has a credit with that 1 run on the Susquenita side of the scoreboard. And there is strike 1 to Jake White. White ground out to Brandon McKeever at first this last time up. He's 1 for 2. Here's the next pitch, and here's a swing, and good scoop backhand there by Cole Brown. Oh, the first is in time, and the inning is over. 5-3 putout puts the end to the 5th. We are going to inning number 6. Still have a 4-1 lead for the Mustangs. This is the 32nd annual Perry County Baseball Championship game. West Prairie versus Susquenita exclusively on the West Prairie Athletic Power YouTube channel. We'll be back for the 6th inning here at West Prairie High School in Elliotsburg. Back here for the top of inning number 6. And for you Susquenita fans watching right now, and some exciting news, I will be at Susquenita High School on Monday, March 31st, last day of March, for a softball matchup between Susquenita and Juniata High School. Juniata Indians coming to Susquenita, and I'll be there as put on the call for Juniata County Radio. Very excited to be a part of that matchup. That's always a fun one between those 2 softball programs. And also, speaking of Juniata, 1 week from today, I will be participating at the Malwas Wrestling Tournament held at Juniata High School. That'll be all day next Saturday. 1 week from today, the Golden Pipes will be in action. And here we go, back to action here in the Perry County Championship. Mason Sale on the top of the line will take strike 1. Here's the swing and fouled out play for strike 2. Now, this will be the first time that I'll be wrestling in that Malwas tournament at Mifflintown since I was in high school here. I mean, it's been a long time. Man, oh man. I hope I'm ready for it. I know I am. And here's a card play. It goes out of reach. Incredible effort by Ryan Shopping trying to throw it from his knees. He slips a little bit, now checking his cleats. And I believe that's going to be rolling infield single. I mean, you got to give Ryan Shopping a lot of credit. That was an incredible effort. And it's going to be awarded an infield single to lead off the top half of inning number 6. So here's Tanner Sigler. Tanner Sigler had a 2 RBI single his last time up, but it ended on that inning. The inning ended on that, with Kyan Sturm caught advancing trying to take third. But he was tacked down third, and now Mason Sandow, forget about it. He is just too quick. If you let him go, he is off. Chances are 9 times out of 10, you're not going to get him. It was ball 1, I believe. Yes, it was. Ball 1 to Tanner Sigler, as Sandow has stolen second. So Tanner Sigler against Ryan Shoppy. Shoppy steps off. And now calling over his catcher, Billy Seister. And Coach Sandow also talking to his number 2 player, Tanner Sigler, who is wearing number 2, second on the lineup. Newport is 1 run away from winning an emergency rule in 4 innings against Susquenita. Winning runs at second base or in a consolation game. 2 balls to no strikes here. Tanner Sigler. Step off here. West Perry looking for a Perry County record 19th championship in this tournament. Susquenita looking for their first since 2010. It has been a long time. It's been 15 years since Susquenita won this championship. Back in 2010. 3-0 here to Tanner Sigler. Here's the next pitch, and that is outside for ball 4. Sigler draws a 4-pitch walk. Susquenita is second on the list with most Prairie County championships. They have 8. Well, West Prairie has 18. So here comes Austin Lyons. Bottom attempt, pull back for ball 1 on a pitch inside. Austin Lyons had a sacrifice fly in the first inning to give West Prairie an early lead. But he flew out to shortstop in the third, and he struck out looking his last time up. And a bunt pulled back again. This time it's called for a strike. Here comes the 1-1 pitch, and a bunt goes down here for Lions, and trouble here for Shoppy, and that's going to be an infield single. An infield single for the second time in this inning at the top of the lineup, and the bases are loaded here with nobody out. Now bring in Cole Brown. He walked his first time up. He struck out looking his last time up. Right about for Austin Lyons. He grounded out to third his last time up before getting the infield single. And now a bunt attempt here with the bases loaded, pulled back. Cole Brown faces ball 1. West Prairie potentially looking for a safety squeeze here with bases loaded and nobody out. Sano at first, Sigler at second, Lyons, Austin Lyons at first. And it's a swing and a miss from Brown. West Prairie will be back in action here on Monday on Huddle TV when West Prairie takes on the Big Spring Bulldogs. Everyone else will be back in action on Wednesday. West Prairie also has a home game here on Wednesday against Shippensburg. And there's a strike 2 called. Strikeouts wasn't a thing for West Prairie. It only happened once against Newport. Already 5 strikeouts here for the Mustangs. Correction, make that 6 strikeouts. Here's the next pitch, a swing and a miss. And that's a big out number 1. Cole Brown goes on down strikes for the second time. That's out number one. Still bases loaded. And now here's Brandon McKeever. McKeever 2 for 3 in this game. He struck out to end the first inning. They had back-to-back hits in the third and fifth innings. Now here he is with the bases loaded. He scored his last time up for McKeever. And now here's the first pitch swing and a high fly ball. This could get interesting as the infield fly roll is on. Now it's dropped, but it doesn't matter. That is the infield fly. So the infield fly roll was in effect. That's an automatic out number 2. Doesn't matter if it gets caught or not. It's the infield fly roll. So that's 2 outs. And now up for Wyatt Fritz. Good call there by Thomas Whitmire, the bases umpire, calling for the infield fly. And there's strike one call to Fritz at the knees. Fritz struck out twice in this game. However, he hit the RBI double in the fifth inning to make it the score where it is now, 4-1. And there's called strike 2. The Mustangs have the bases loaded with nobody out, but now bases loaded with 2 outs. And it just concluded in the consolation game, Newport winning against Greenwood 18-1. And there is called strike 3. And the inning is over for the third time in this game. The Mustangs have stranded the bases loaded. This time with nobody out and 3 straight outs. 2 of them via a strikeout and an infield fly. And we are heading into the bottom of inning number 6. The score remains at 4-1. This is Prairie County Baseball on the West Prairie Athletic Park YouTube channel. We are back here for the bottom of inning number 6. It just went final in the consolation game. The Newport Buffaloes playing 2 games today as they defeat the Greenwood Wildcats 16-1 in 4 innings. And now here's a rip. And that is going to be a base hit for the leadoff hitter for Susquenita. That is number 11, Ryan Shoppy. So good stuff for Shoppy as he gets his first hit of the day, making him 1 for 3. And now here comes Colton Fry. Colton Fry 0 for 1. He walked his first time up, but he flew out to center field to end the third inning for Shoppy. Shoppy back in safely. So Greenwood goes 0-2 to start this season. And Greenwood, next time they'll be in action, will be on Wednesday when Greenwood Wildcats travel to Duncan and take on the Susquenita Blackhawks. Not just a Perry County matchup, but a Tri-Valley League matchup as well. The opener for those 2 teams in that league. Ball was fouled back by Fry, making him 0 for 1 so far in his count. The blankets are out, the sweatshirts are out. It is just a cold, cold day here at West Prairie High School for the Prairie County Tournament. I know a lot of fans are like, why don't we just start the season like later when it's actually warm? Like take for example, in Maine, in the state of Maine, they actually start their baseball season in May and it goes on to July. I mean, that makes sense. Like in Maine, it's always cold up there. It's like the northeast version of Green Bay. But in Pennsylvania, we get a little bit of everything here, and it's always cold and it's always windy. Like where else in the United States are you gonna see thunderstorms one night and then see snow flurries the next night? It just happens in Pennsylvania. 1 ball, 2 strikes after that call, strike two to Fry. There's the 1-2, and that is called strike three. That is strikeout number 3 on the day for Austin Lyons as the sun trying to peek out here at least for a moment. And I'll bring up Billy Seister. Billy Seister coming up. He had an RBI single in the first that tied the game up. He is responsible for that 1 run. And now Shoppy signed for second stance. He has it, and the tag applied. And Ryan Shoppy is out, caught stealing second. The pitch was a called strike. Newport, meanwhile, goes 1-1 to start, or excuse me, 2-1 to start the year. They had a big 5-4 win on Tuesday against the Christian School of York. That lasted 3.5 hours, lasted 12 innings. But Newport now 2-1 on the year, and they'll be back on the road on Wednesday when they take on Line Mountain Tri-Valley League matchup. Seister 0-1, swung on, foul back for strike two. Man, that sun is feeling good, ladies and gentlemen. I'll tell you what. It's cold like this, and you get the sun kind of, even if it's just for a minute or two, it feels good. And just like that, a cloud is skiing in front of it. No balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Base is empty here in the bottom of the 6th. And there is ball 1. Good waste pitch there by Lions. Why can't we have weather like Savannah, Georgia? You know, home of the Savannah Bananas. I heard they are home this weekend for the first time this season. And there is ball 2. You know, yeah. In fact, Savannah Bananas, they were looking for full-time broadcasters down there. I applied to be one of them. I haven't heard anything, so I don't think I'm going to get that. But who knows? Maybe somebody from the Bananas is watching. There's a swing and a miss for strike 3. And back-to-back Ks ends the inning. In inning number 6, we are going into the 7th inning of this one. 4-1 to go. West Perry going to be looking for some insurance runs to win a Perry County Championship. This is the Perry County Championship game on the West Perry Athletic Park YouTube channel. We'll be back for the 7th inning of this one here at West Perry High School. It is 4 o'clock Eastern Time here at West Prairie High School. The sun's starting to come out again. The warm coming back somewhat again. And we got a good one here. The 7th and final inning of regulation of this one. And the Mustangs up by 3. Looking for their 3rd Perry County Championship in 4 years. Meanwhile, for Susquenita, they're looking for their 1st Perry County Championship since 2010. It's been 15 years. But hey, we saw Susquenita cheerleaders win their 1st Perry County Championship in 15 years earlier this season. Can the Susquenita Blackhawks do the same thing here? We're about to find out in the next inning. So here we go for the Mustangs. 789 here stood up, taking on Ryan Shoppy once again. Now here's Jordy Ogden taking ball 1. As a reminder, there is no trophy presentation here today because Newport, the defending champions, forgot to bring the trophy. And here is a high fly ball out towards center field. Center fielder White has it. And Jordy Ogden goes down the fly out for the 1st out. Yeah, unbelievable. I think that might be a first in the history of this tournament. The defending champions who didn't win it this year, forgot to bring the trophy. Yeah, man. And now here's a ground ball from Eli Lyons. A nice scoop from Artisy. And 2 quick outs here in the 7th. Now bring up Kyan Sturm. Stick around later, however, for the post-game wrap-up. So I'll have final stats for you in our championship game. Update records for all 4 teams here. What's next for all 4 teams? And what's next for the Golden Pipes here broadcasting at Westbury High School. No also 1 strike to Kyan Sturm. There's another swing and a miss from Sturm. Makes it 0-2. Ryan Shoppy looking for a quick inning. Bases are empty with 2 outs here in the top half of the 7th. And here's a swing and a high fly ball. It's going to be in the infield. It's going to be caught by the shortstop Fry. And it's a quick 1-2-3 7th for the Mustangs. We are going into the bottom of the 7th. Last chance for the Susquenita Blackhawks. And the Mustangs saying out all lines looking for a complete game victory for a Perry County Championship. Don't go anywhere. 4-1 heading into the 7th. Last chance coming up for Susquenita. This is it, ladies and gentlemen. The 2025 Perry County Baseball Championship is up for grabs right here. Bottom of the 7th we go. And for the Susquenita Blackhawks, it is 5, 6, and 7 hairs stood up. As you'll see, Galen Wenrich coming up here. Had a base hit his last time up. He is 2 for 2, in fact. And there's ball 1. Austin Lions on the mound looking for a complete game victory. Only gave up 1 run. That was in the 1st inning on an RBI single from Billy Seister. There's ball 2. 2-0 pitch coming to Austin from Austin Lions to Galen Wenrich. And Wenrich rips one out to his left, and it's going to be caught by Hunter Johnson. A line drive out to left. And that's out number 1. That'll bring up Parker Gardner. Gardner not having a big day. Ground into a double play to end the first inning, and he struck out swinging to end the fourth inning. Here he looks at strike one. Man, that top of something only lasted 3 minutes. And there's a swing and foul back for strike two. The Mustangs have 4 runs on 11 hits. Susquenita. Susquenita only has 1 run, and there's a swing and a miss from Gardner, and there is out number 2. Now bring in Justin Radlinger. The last chance for Susquenita. Susquenita has 1 run on 6 hits so far, and there's call strike one to the Susquenita first baseman. First baseman 0 for 2, struck out to begin the second, a ground out to third to begin the fifth. Here is the last chance for him. 0-1, hit, chopped foul. And the Hawks are down to their final strike. Big crowd here at West Prairie High School on both sides. Home faithful West Prairie on their feet. Susquenita, I'm going to keep this game going. The 0-2, swing and a miss on a high fastball, and that is the ball game. And the West Prairie Mustangs are the Perry County champions for a record 19th time. Austin Lyons gets the win on the mound. Chance Fisher, 4 2/3 of an inning, gets the loss. We'll be back in just a moment for the post-game wrap-up. As West Prairie wins it 4-1, the final. And we'll be right back for the post-game wrap-up. West Prairie wins it 4-1 for the Perry County Championship. We are back here at West Prairie High School for the post-game wrap-up. As you can see on the top left-hand corner of your screen, the West Prairie Mustangs rolling to a 4-1 victory. It was a good defensive matchup throughout. And the Mustangs getting the big stretch in the 4th and 5th innings to get out of hand 4-1. It was tied most of the time. Well, it was tied 1-1. Each team scoring 1 run in the first. But after a long, cold, and windy day, the West Prairie Mustangs, who only had 6 wins a year ago, is now 2-0 to start the year. Hey, could that be a more exciting? 8 seniors on the West Prairie team this year. They include Wyatt Fritz, Mason Stano, Cole Brown, Brady McKeever, Jordan Ogden, Austin Lyons, Tanner Sigler, and Hunter Johnson. Those are 8 seniors for the Mustangs, and what a way to start it. The 25th year as the head coach for Jeff Sano, with his son Mason Sano being one of those 8 seniors. It's going to be a fun season for the West Prairie Mustangs. No doubt an emotional season after what has already been an historic year for the West Prairie Athletics. starting in fall when West Prairie Field Hockey winning the first state championship, then West Prairie Wrestling getting the first individual state champion, and Tyler Morrison in the winter is West Prairie Baseball on the edge of winning a state championship for a third time in program history. Last time they did that was in 1980. When they won back-to-back in 1979 and 1980, one of the greatest franchises in West Prairie history, in the history of District 3 even. But today, they're off to a good start for their 2025 season, 2-0 on the year, beating Newport 15-0 in 4 innings in the semifinals, now going a full 7 innings against Susquenita 4-1. Well, it's going to be a very exciting season. Here's the final line score for both teams. For Susquenita, 1 run on 6 hits, 1 error, leaving 3 runners left on base. For West Prairie, 4 runs on 11 hits, no errors, leaving 11 runners left on base. The big problem for West Prairie today was leaving runners on base was low, but they kept it cool and kept scoring the runs, especially in the 4th and 5th inning when they scored 2 in the 4th and 1 in the 5th. And it turned out to be a big insurance run. Final line score for Austin Lyons. He is the winning pitcher, going 7 complete innings, facing 25 batters, striking out 6 Hawks, walking 1, giving up 6 hits, and only 1 run. Well, 1 run was earned. The losing pitcher for Susquenita is Chance Fisher, going 4 2/3 of an inning, facing 24 batters, striking out 5 Mustangs, walking 3 of them, gave up 8 hits, 4 runs, and 2 of those 4 runs being earned. The West Prairie Mustangs now start the season at 2-0, and they'll be back here on Monday at home for the Mid-Penn Conference Colonial Division opener when they take on the Big Spring Bulldogs at 4:30. That will be broadcast live on the Huddle TV with yours truly on the call. Meanwhile, for Susquenita, they start the season at 1 win and 1 loss on the year after defeating Greenwood in the semifinals 15 to, hold on, that was last year. 11-0 in 6 innings for Susquenita against Greenwood. And now losing to the Mustangs 4-1. Susquenita will be back in action on Wednesday when they have their home opener against the Greenwood Wildcats, a Prairie County matchup, also a Tri-Valley League opener for both of those teams. Greenwood at Susquenita at home at Susquenita on Wednesday at 4:30, while we'll be at West Prairie here on Monday against Big Spring on Huddle TV. Our next Prairie County Championship event will be on Friday, April 11th for the Prairie County Softball Championship hosted by Newport High School. The 2 semifinals we saw here today will happen again in the Softball Championship on Friday, April 11th at 4 o'clock. Newport will take on West Prairie, and Greenwood will be taking on Susquenita. And you can catch that tournament live on the Prairie County Talk Sports Zone Facebook page with yours truly on a call for a couple of those games. And that's going to do for us here at West Prairie High School. On behalf of all 4 athletic directors in Prairie County Athletic Directors Association, for Newport, Sean Lesh, for Susquenita, Scott Markowitz, for Greenwood, Matt Bingaman, and our new athletic director here at West Prairie, Adam Marshall, and all of us here at West Prairie High School, I am Alex Ball, the Golden Pipes of Prairie County Baseball, saying so long from West Prairie High School. This has been a presentation of the 2025 Prairie County Baseball Championship Tournament exclusively on the West Prairie Athletic Party YouTube channel, as well as the Prairie County Talk Sports Zone Facebook page. Your final score here in our championship game. The Mustangs win it over Susquenita for a record 19th Prairie County Championship in their 3rd in the last 4 years, and they do it over Susquenita with a final score of 4-1. Good night, everybody, from West Prairie High School.